Well, we've all been hearing that Kevin Conroy would indeed return for Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 3, but now we found out his counterpart Mark Hamill is coming back, and it looks like he's bringing a member of the Young Justice cast. That's right, this movie has gotten even bigger and more interesting, so let's take a couple minutes to dive into all the news. Now, before we do that, though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and ring that bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos, and we want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently, so you are in the know. Well, the other week we got some rather unexpected news that Kevin Conroy would be voicing Batman in the upcoming Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 3. As many of you know, the actor passed away about a year and a half ago, and fans have been abuzz about his return. Now, it's really hard to have a classic Batman without his villainous counterparts, and we've now found out that a major actor is returning, as well as some other new faces, and a Young Justice actor reprising his role from the series, so it just gets more and more interesting. Now, right out of the gate, let's talk about who this counterpart is, because it will indeed be Mark Hamill returning as the Joker. Mark Hamill made it pretty clear he would never voice the character without Kevin Conroy's Batman, and it looks like this will indeed be the final reunion between the two Batman the Animated Series voice actors. I'm super happy to hear that Mark is joining this cast. He obviously is royalty in the kingdom of geekdom, and to have him voice the Joker one last time and kind of put us on notice, well, hopefully that gets people to line up. Now, it's still completely unclear how they're bringing Kevin Conroy back to life. They have a huge library of old recordings of him playing the character, as well as possibilities of using AI to recreate it. Whatever they're going to do, I'm pretty confident they're going to be respectful to Kevin. I know his family signed off on doing this, and I don't think Mark Hamill would participate if it was some sort of half-assed effort. Now, there is a lot of other cast for this third movie that has been revealed, and some more very interesting names. Now, we did find out that Corey Stoll is taking over the role of Lex Luthor for Zachary Quinto, and we even have the Mandalorian's Katie Sackhoff taking up the role of Poison Ivy. Now, I mentioned earlier that there was a Young Justice connection, and that's where Jason Spisak comes in. If you're a fan of Young Justice, you know he voiced Wally West, but he did voice several other characters in the Young Justice series, including Forager and Razer. And according to the update, the Blue Lantern Razer will indeed return for the series. Now, as many of you know, this is actually the version that came from the Green Lantern animated series show, and then found its way over to Young Justice during Season 4. This made the original Green Lantern series what people like to call Young Justice adjacent, and basically made that series canon in the Young Justice universe and gave us all kinds of cool insights into Razer. Now, they did say this was the Blue Lantern version, and at the end of Young Justice, we actually got Razer with 2 rings, both blue and red. So this might be leaning more into the Green Lantern series than it is the Young Justice series, but we can confirm we do indeed have one of our characters making it over into the major Crisis event. Now, we know Crisis Part 2 is going to release on April the 23rd, but as of right now, Part 3 does not have a release date. The first 2 parts were about 3 months apart, so it probably will be looking to around mid-July before the third film finally drops. We do know this will bring to an end the Tomorrowverse arc that only began a few years ago with Man of Tomorrow, but DC kind of wanted to go with a shorter story this time and basically went with 10 movies instead of 20 like they did in the previous universe. In any case, it's pretty great to hear that Mark Hamill will indeed be voicing the Joker, seemingly to confirm Kevin Conroy will indeed be in this feature, and the fact that we are getting Jason Spisak returning as one of our favorite characters from Young Justice, well, that just adds a ton of more hype to the project. Once we get a release date on Part 3, and hopefully a trailer, which probably won't come till after Part 2 releases, we'll start breaking all that down. We're going to pay attention to the Part 2 news, and hopefully we get a lot more really soon, but until the movie releases, I guess we're going to have to be patient.